my name is Rabiatul, Adawiyah with Hasan. Today I want to introduce about the statistic. Okay, definition of statistic is a branch of mathematics used to summarize, analyze, and interpret a group of number or observation. Okay, objective of the study statistic is to use in our daily life, analyze the data and make the conclusion. The main objective is to study the statistic of complaint received by AADK via fake letter and email in 2016. Okay, statistics have two type variables. First, qualitative. Qualitative is non-numeric variables and cannot be measured by numbers, and with measurements of qualitative or category variables, you cannot do things like add and subtract and multiply and divide and get a meaningful result. For example, is gender, as color, state of birth. Okay, second is quantitative. Quantitative is numerical variables and can be measured, and also with measurements of quantitative variables, you can do things like add, subtract, multiply, and divide and get a more meaningful result. For example, is the number of children in your family, the number of age in the club tennis, and anything. Okay.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nurul Binti Abdul Jalil. My nomenclature is A19807775. Our group title assignment is Statistic of Complaint Received by AADK via fax letter and email in 2016. My part for presentation is about data arrangement is mean distribution table, graphical method, and measure of central tendency. This is data arrangement or distribution table for statistic of complaint received by AADK via fax letter and email in 2016. The state have 40 states and 3 categories is a fax letter and email. Frequency distribution. First class, 2 square 64, and the data of the all data of the sample is 42, and the answer of K is T. Therefore, the answer for class interval for table data above is C. Second, class width. The formula of class width is mean entry minus mean entry divided number of classes. Therefore, the answer for the class width is 10. After we rounded off, become 9.17. This is a table of frequency distribution. Start with a class 0 until 9, and the tally same is a frequency, and the order of classes is the same step to do. Next, relative frequency distribution. Relative frequency is a portion of percentage of the data that fall in the class. In order to find the relative frequency of a class, divide the frequency of a class by the sample size. This is a table of relative frequency. Class 0 until 9, frequency 33, relative frequency 0.7. How to get relative frequency is 33 divided 42, get 0.79. The answer all for the frequency is 42, and the answer all of relative frequency is 0.99. Next, we move to cumulative relative frequency distribution. The cumulative frequency of a class is the sum of the frequency for the class and all previous data. This is a table of cumulative relative frequency. For the class is 0 until 9, frequency 33, relative frequency is 0.79, cumulative frequency is 33, and the second classes is 10 until 90, Frequency is 7 and the relative frequency 0.3C and cumulative frequency is 40. How to get the cumulative frequency? Take the frequency 33 plus 7, get the 40 for the cumulative frequency. And all previous the classes, sum of the frequency. And the all answer of frequency is 42. Next, graphical method. We use three of graphical method. It's histogram, frequency polygon, and the ogive. On histogram, we use class, lower boundaries, upper boundaries, midpoint, and the frequency. Class 0 until 9, lower boundaries negative 0.5, upper boundaries 9.5, midpoint 4.5, frequency 33. The total of frequency is 42. This is a graph of histogram. Next, frequency polygon. On frequency polygon, we use class, midpoint, and frequency. For the class, negative 0 until 0, midpoint is 0, frequency is 0. For the second classes is 0 until 9, midpoint 4.5, frequency is 33. The total of frequency also 42. This is a graph of frequency polygon. The third graphical method is ogive. For the ogive, we use class, upper boundaries, midpoint, frequency, cumulative frequency. For the class is 0 until 9, upper boundaries 9.5, midpoint 4.5, frequency 33, cumulative frequency 33. And the second class is 10 until 90, upper boundaries 90.5, midpoint 40.5, frequency 7, cumulative frequency 40. This is a graph of ogive. Measure of center tendency, mean, median, mode. This is table for mean, median, mode. Total of frequency is 42. Total of FX is 329. How to get FX? Frequency times with midpoint. For the solution of mean, X equal the total FX divided by N is a sample. 300 is a get 329 divided 42, and the answer is 7.83. So the mean complaint received by a ADK via fax letter and email is 7.83. Next, median. Formula of median is LM N divided by 2 total Fn minus 1 divide Fn times C. The total of median is negative 7.64. The median of complaint received by a ADK via fax letter and email is negative 7.64. Next, modes. Ln plus change 1 divided change 1 plus change 2 times C. Total is 21. Total or the mode is 21.17. The highest of complaint received by ADK via fax and letter.
Present the data of the measure of variation. For easy measurement, the table is laid out as being shown as right here. To measure the range of the state data is the difference between the highest and the lowest value in the set. To find the range, first order the data from the least to the greatest. Then subtract the smallest value from the largest value in the set. So the range of this data is 50. Using formula here, sample variation for complaint received by AADK via fax, letter and email in 2016 is 830.36. To calculate standard deviation using the formula, the standard deviation for complaint received by AADK via fax, letter and email in 2016 is 28.519. Position, we need to find the first
quartile and the third quartile to calculate the interquartile range. When we obtain the first quartile and the third quartile using the formula, the quartile range of the data is 6.365. The first letter and email in 2016 is -7.64. And lastly, the mode for complaint received by AADK in 2016 is 21.17. The table is laid out for easy measurement. Then we can calculate the mean, median, and mode using this formula. The mean of the complaint received by AADK via fax, letter, and email in 2016 is 7.83. The median for complaint received by AADK via...
Assalamualaikum. My name is Qamar Binti Ahmad Kamal and my entry number is A19A0798, and I will explain about the measures of central tendencies, variation and position. SPSS result shows that the means of the complaint received by AADK in 2016 between financial statement via fax, letter and email is 5.6,429 and 2.7,857 and 10.500, while in manually shows that the main complaint received by AADK via fax, letter and email was approximately is 7.83. The median of the fax, letter and email of complaint received by AADK in 2016 between financial position and statement via fax, letter and email is 4.5,000, 1.5,000 and 6,000, while the manually is -7.64. The mode of the fax, letter and email of the complaint received by AADK in 2016 between financial position and statement is 1.00, 1.00 and 5.00, while the mode in manually show that the mode complaint received by AADK via fax, letter and email is 21.17. Besides, measure of variation show that the range of the complaint received by AADK in 2016 between financial position and statement via fax, letter and email is 16, 13 and 55. While in manually, the range of the data entry for complaint received by AADK in 2016 between financial position and statement via fax, letter and email is 26.709, 12.643 and 200.269, while manually via fax, letter and email is 813.36. However, the standard deviation in SPSS via fax, letter and email is 5.16,805, 3.55,565 and 40.15,165, while manually is 28.519. The shape of the distribution for statistics, financial position and statement of profit or loss in 2016 in complaint received by AADK via fax, letter and email shows that it will scoot to the right because mean is bigger than median and median is bigger than mode.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Fatimah Binti Hambali. So I will continue with my point, which is SPSS of multiple regression. For the table 1 is model summary. The R square value is 0.554, which means only 55% of the variation can be explained by email and letter of complaint received by AADK in 2006. Then table for ANOVA. The p-value from the ANOVA table is more than 0.001, which means that at least one of the two variable email and letter cannot be used to model facts. Third one is for table coefficient. For the equation BP 3.013 plus letter plus email, it shows that for every unit increase in complaint received by AADK in 2016, BP is expected increase by 3.013, provided the other variable remain unchanged. For based on the standard beta coefficient, the effect of complaint received by AADK in 2016 via letter, the p-value for complaint Via letter more than 0.05, thus letter is not a significant predictor of facts. The p-value for email is more than 0.001, hence email is a significant prediction. 4.3 SPSS of correlation is complaint received by ADK via fax and letter. We can conclude that there is association between fax and letter. For complaint received by ADK via letter and email, we can conclude that the complaint received by ADK is association between letter and email. For the table descriptive statistic, based on the standard deviation, we found out that complaint received by ADK for standard deviation via fax, letter and email. We interpret it in plain language by saying we can conclude that standard deviation show that fax more than letter, less than email.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Hasan. Okay. Today I will conclude from this assignment. Okay. The conclusion is we can learn about the statistic, and then we can how to know what to find the secondary resource, analyze the data, and then we can apply what we learn from the subject. And then this is because this assignment we know how much about the subject, and then we can improve our knowledge about the statistic of business. Okay. Lastly, okay, we can handle and solve the problem together if any problem to complete the assignment. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Thank you very much.